The heat in your house is probably going up as temperatures come down. Firefighters are reminding citizens to use caution while heating their home. Turning to developing headlines this evening, police are investigating a murder in central El Paso. You may be among several others taking a road trip this holiday season. If so, authorities encourage you to make sure your child's car seat is safely in place. From tree planting to trash pickup, we'll tell you how you can get involved to take better care of Mother Nature this Earth Day. We as journalists here at KFOX 14 always strive to bring you the latest news and stories, but for some, that comes with a cost. Tonight, we're hearing from one of our own and other local journalists I spoke to who tell us the unspoken truth about journalists' mental health. The gunshots. The trauma.
Busting guns in Walmart right now.
And the visuals which will haunt them forever.
We need tactical units to go ahead and start responding to the help support at the Walmart.
El Paso journalists Richard Zamora, Robert Holguin, and Michael Rodriguez each remember the 2019 Walmart mass shooting in their own ways. But they all have something in common, the trauma that comes from covering it.
Thinking back to that day, that was a really, quite horrific day.
The reality of the job, to relay the heart-wrenching information and images tied to that day and days after, is not easy. But they know it's their duty.
Essentially driving the bus, which is what you're doing when you're on the anchor desk, right? You're kind of trying to steer and contain all this information and all these things that are coming to light.
Journalists cover just about everything from wars, refugee stories, natural disasters, gun violence, abuse and harassment, and more. But all of that can take its toll on the person behind the story.
I was working on a documentary that I did for KFOX 14 on the 1-year anniversary of August 3rd. And I'm interviewing, a victim's father. And I became very emotional in the interview, and he spotted it. He was like, you need to talk to somebody.
According to the National Center for PTSD, there is a growing rate of PTSD among journalists overall. The lifetime rate of PTSD in war journalists is reportedly to be 28.6%, and the lifetime prevalence rate of depression is around 21.4%. Both numbers significantly higher in comparison to these disorders within the general population.
What made me cry? Was after the meeting, we go into the newsroom, and by this time, people had sent us off stations. They were sending us goodies, donuts, stuff like that with little notes, letting us know what was coming our way, what to expect.
My kids, just being able to go home and see them, that's what did it.
It was like the 10th hour, we're tired. And Robert, our anchor, had said something about we needed to take a break.
There was a moment that like a summer rain had come in, and it starts to kind of sprinkle.
And the whole time we're showing the shot of the parking lot. And I look at my producer, Andy, and I ask him, what are we going to do? And he says, just take a break.
And our director, Mike Rodriguez, very wisely chose to take a camera shot of that podium, which was empty.
Stay on the shot. So I killed the anchor mics, and I brought up the net sound of the rain. Throughout that, you kept seeing people bringing flowers, candles, and so on, even flags from other countries. Then it started raining. A moment of silence to their own, where they didn't see my anchors crying, the tears running down, and they're trying not to ruin their makeup. I mean, it hits me hard. I started crying. And then we continued the show.
Yeah, you get your first responders, and I don't take anything away from them. I salute them as well. But it's like they say, some people run from the chaos, and we run to it. And we go and we cover it. And, of course, then we try to inform the public.
A journalist's job is to be a witness to history. We're not there to worry about ourselves. We're there to try and get as near as we can in an imperfect world to the truth and get the truth out. Those I spoke to agree. And while the job may be wearing, they say it's also very rewarding.
These people who are passionate about what they do and they love the job, and I think that's why they do it. That's why I do it. I can't see myself doing anything else.
Margo Lepe, KFOX News at 9.